Hi, everybody. It's Mary O'Sullivan again, and I'm going to read a little bit more from my book today. It's from chapter 9, and it's called Down the Memory Hole We Go. And the idea behind this chapter is that leaders need to be very careful with the way they use words and to make sure that when they are using words, that the words actually mean what they were intended to mean in the first place, and they're not a perversion or any kind of a twist on the word that we commonly know. So I'm going to start off with a quote from George Orwell. He says, "If one is to rule and to continue ruling, one must be able to dislocate the sense of reality. For the secret of rulership is to combine a belief in one's own infallibility with the power to learn from past mistakes." And that's from the novel 1984. And some of you might know that I, at one point in my life, was a high school English teacher up in Syracuse, New York. And 1984 was one of the required novels that I taught for several years while I was teaching at the high school. So let's begin with my thoughts on words. Words have power. Leaders need to choose their words wisely to maintain their credibility and trustworthiness. When leaders use words to obscure the truth, they undermine trust, transparency, and morale within the organization and in the public eye. By now, we all know that right-sizing means layoffs. Challenging stands for a big problem. Employees are slots. Backdoor is a verb meaning perform a clandestine activity, and neutralize is a nice way to say kill. A leader's perversion of a word's meaning can only exist to serve needs not connected to a greater good, but to obfuscate truth and endorse outright lies. Years ago, my job was teaching English at a major high school outside of Syracuse, New York. Among the many classic works of literature assigned was George Orwell's novel 1984. Although written in 1948, so many of the outlandish plots and themes of the novel have come to be today's reality. We actually invite Big Brother into our homes via Zoom, FaceTime, GPS, smartwatches, smartphones, doorbell cameras, etc. In the appendix of the book, Orwell describes the language he used in the novel as newspeak. Newspeak is a language designed to control every aspect of an individual's life. By combining specific words to keep one focus on what Big Brother wanted them focused on, and to eliminate any words connoting negativity. If we examine Orwell's message carefully, it's not hard to imagine how our own world has evolved to resemble the world of 1984. If we consider the Enron scandal of 2001, the leaders at the very top of the company fooled everyone by creating fake umbrella companies and creative accounting to conceal staggering debt. For example, instead of using the term loan for some of its debt, Enron called the transactions certificates and funding agreements. Innocent enough words. But what does it mean when we talk about a change agent or a disturbance handler? Do we think of leadership or yet another way to paper over more failed corporate efforts with euphemisms that mask the truth? So that's all I'm going to read out of this chapter today, but you will find the rest of the story in this book, The Leader That You Don't Want to Be. And this is my new book. We are premiering it, kicking it off, launching it on April 27th, and I invite everybody to be there and to participate in the book launch. My goal is to get to 100 copies in one day, and that will make this book an Amazon bestseller. So I thank you for listening, and I really hope to see everybody on April 27th. It will be a Facebook Live. So that's all for right now, and I hope you enjoyed today's reading, and I urge you to go out and get this book. Thanks so much.